Hi guys, welcome to your lower back release video. I am master of all things lower back. If you've been around for a while, you will know about my story of low back pain, which is ultimately what led me to Pilates and why I'm such a keen advocate that you do kind of something a little bit every single day. It does make a massive difference, I promise you. You can do this session, completely equipment free, but I do have two little pieces of equipment with me, small equipment, Pilates equipment that can assist. If you have them at home, you can use them. If you don't, instead of the band, you could use like a folded towel or a bell or a dressing gown cord or something like that, or you can do it without. And the other thing is a spiky ball. So we're going to use this to sort of decompress the muscles in your glutes, which is really good for your low back. If you don't have this, you can use a tennis ball, or if some people randomly have lacrosse balls, a lacrosse ball is also useful. Any kids that have got little sort of balls or something like that, have a little look and grab what you can. We're going to start on our mat, so join me if you're not already there. So we're going to start with the spiky ball. So just a quick little roll, and it really does just release any tension. So the purpose of the ball is to find a tight spot, sit on it, and allow your muscle to sort of spasm. So it will contract and then it will completely release off. And I tell you, it makes a massive difference if you've got back pain. Slide the ball under one glute, take the leg long of the glute you're about to work, fold in the opposite leg, hands behind you, and then you literally just roll your glute around the bum, get all parts of that glute. If you want to feel it a little bit more intensely, you can come onto the forearm, but it's pretty intense. Now, the important thing is that you're not holding the tension as you do this. The whole point is to find that edge, that point, like here for me, and you might see like my leg, so the muscle's reacting now, it's kind of having a little spasm, and then it will completely relax. So stop on the sticky points, try and breathe into it. This is where the intentional, the sort of mindfulness bit comes in. So really try and breathe and relax onto the ball, let the muscle release down. And once it's kind of done that, you feel that it's slackened off a bit. And then you just keep going until you find your next sticky point and so on. Good. Other side, so same thing, leg in, leg out. Just take that nice little roll on the ball. Finding the sticky point. Make sure you go inwards. Make sure you go outwards towards the hip, finding the edge. Make sure you go down towards the hamstring. And make sure you come all the way up towards the top of the hip as well. So really move around on it, really work the whole glute area. Get right in, straighten the leg out, find the sticky bits, and then just let your body get heavy on the ball and it'll react to the wee spikes. Good. And then when you've had enough of that, it's enough for me, you can pop it off to one side. Good. From there, you're just going to come to roll down. Find relaxation position. So really, with this session, because it's kind of trying to release off pressure and tension in the back, around the hips, really try and focus on your breathing. Really try and soften through your body with every move that you make. So that's really, really important. So if you want the muscles to release and relax, you need to think about what's happening, and often I'll say send the breath there, because you've got to help them release and relax, and your breath can do that for you. So we're going to start with little pelvic clocks. So hands on the hip bones, because it's just really nice feedback from your neutral position. So again, you're imagining this clock on your pelvis. So you've got 12 o'clock where the belly button is, 6 o'clock at the pubic bone, and then your left hip bone is 3 and your right hip bone is 9. We're going to go clockwise and then anti-clockwise, and you can imagine you're passing like a marble or something between each point on the clock. So hands on the hip bones, like I say, exhale, center. So you're always connecting to the center, even though we are releasing, it's your center is still supporting you. Flatten the back into the mat, tuck in your tailbone, and then you're going to roll. So just think of that pelvis rolling around. Don't be afraid to really drop the pubic bone down into the back, so you will increase the arch. Just don't be afraid to do that. Get that movement in. Big circles, almost like kind of a hula hoop motion, I guess. It feels a little bit like that. But try and isolate it to just the pelvis. So relax the shoulders to the mat. Try not to drag the spine or anything into it. Just get that pelvis moving. One more here, and then you're going to switch.
coming back to neutral, and then this time flatten. I had to think about that there. And then go round to 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and so on. Find any sticky points. So for me, 9 o'clock feels a little bit sticky, so just take your time. You can go backwards and forwards there and smooth it out a little bit. And now I'm losing my circle. Good. Last one here. And then neutral. Good. From there, just take the legs a little bit wider than hip distance. We're going to do a sort of 90-90, like a rotation with the legs. So hands out to the side, palms up or down. It really doesn't matter. As you exhale, you're going to roll the legs. So again, center to control the legs. Don't just let the legs go crashing down. Super controlled here. One hip's open, one hip's closed. Press into the foot on the top leg. Slightly tuck your tailbone and reach the knee away. So you're stretching out of your hip socket here, getting a stretch out of a hip flexor. Breathe into that. Releasing off. Keep the shoulders on the mat. Scoop your belly. Bring the legs back in with that control, that awareness, that intention the whole time as you take the legs to the other side. Same thing. So lower the bottom leg, sole of the foot of the top leg, press in. And then again, slight tuck of that tailbone as you relax the upper body. Reach that knee away from you. So stretching your hamstring, your quad, stretching out the hip flexor. Really nice one. Breathing in and then exhale out. So send your breath to that hip flexor, releasing it out. Come on out of it, and then just gently you're going to bring the legs all the way back in. Good. Walk the feet back in so they're back to parallel. You're going to come into a little spine curl here. So as you exhale, flatten the back into the mat, roll the spine, keep it nice and slow and controlled. Just coming up to the tips of those shoulder blades. See if you can knit the pelvis down, reach again through the thighs, slide the sit bones towards the back of the knees, and then a little soften and just allow the spine to roll and release to neutral. So you're just going to do another 2 like that, wheeling up, getting that lovely movement into the back, releasing to neutral. Last one, rolling up, and exhale down, and release into neutral. We'll go to hip roll, so draw the legs together as you exhale, center, little twist. So again, allow that side to lengthen. Done a little bit of release work in the last one, and then drawing the legs back to center. Breath in as you exhale, same to the other side. So really reach around the side, try and keep the knees nice and even, upper body's nice and relaxed. Reach in here, and then back, and then other side, and then drawing everything back through that center. Disconnect the legs. You're going to use your, we're going to do your glute stretch first. So you're going to bring your ankle over your knee. So figure of 4 glute stretch, which is so nice, drawing that knee in. If you can reach and you want to feel a little bit more, you can grab the front of the thigh. Just try and release the back into sort of neutral. So try and let the tailbone lengthen. Try not to have the back completely flattened into the mat here. So you feel a nice stretch there. And if you press the knee open, think of that knee opening, then again, you'll feel a little bit more of a stretch around the hip, but try and sort of breathe through it as well. Don't do it if you're finding it hard to connect to the breath and really exhale. If that is you, back out of it and just stay here. If that feels nice for you, and that's enough. It will work better if you do that. And then releasing the foot down, other side. So again, if you have got low back problems and you're looking to stretch out a little bit, a sequence like this, maybe if you can twice a day, once in the morning, once at night, or in the afternoon or something like that, will really, really help you, paired with some nice sort of walking as well. There's nothing, in terms of physical exercise, there's nothing you can do that's better for your back than a walk. So again, don't fear the pain. If you are in pain, the walk will do it a world of good. So again, breathing here into the hip, into the glute. Remember, you can be here if you want a little bit more, drawing that leg in, pressing the knee open a little bit if you're that way inclined. But this is enough for me. I just like to work to this range. Good. And then releasing off their sole of the foot down. Bring the other leg. You're going to need the band. So you can do this without the band. Remember, you could use a folded towel. You just got to be able to kind of hold both ends of it. Dressing gown, cord, or belt as well might be useful. If you don't have any of those things, it's absolutely fine. You can just bring the hamstring into the hand. Use your hands here. This is probably preferred over something that's going to keep your arms up and protract, like your shoulder blades protracted. You really want to have your arms relaxed, your shoulders relaxed on the mat for this. If you do have a TheraBand or a physio band, whatever you like to call it, you're going to pop the ball of the foot into it. You're going to slide the opposite leg away, and then you're going to slide this leg. So you're pressing into the band to lengthen out before you take the leg up. And then from there, come to where you just can no longer lengthen and lift. Usually where the hamstring or the tightness in the hamstring starts to kick in. It will be different for everybody. When I first started doing this, please don't look at me and go, oh my God, her legs are way up. When I first started doing this, it was well before the rise of digital. So unfortunately, I don't have any videos or photos to show you the state that I was in. But when I first started doing this, I couldn't even get my leg here. I mean, this was like a massive challenge for me. So know that I am living proof that little things often make a massive difference. So trust me when I say it. Trust yourself. Trust in the process. Kicking out through the heel is going to open the back of the leg a little bit. And then you're just going to fold the knee in. So same if you're doing it without the band, just let the knee fold in. And then just kick out a little bit more. Keep those shoulders down if you can. And then kicking out, softening down. And then lifting, kicking out through the back of that heel, opening through the back of that leg. Relax the hip, the muscles in the glute. Let them tension off. And then from there, band into one hand. You're going to circle the leg. So a pencil on the heel. Imagine you're drawing little circles on the ceiling. Again, breathe through this. And every time you exhale, think that hip bone and the back of the leg is all relaxing. If you're not using a band, I'll just show you what to do instead. So you will have gone from here. You will have been doing your kicking out through your heel and your extending of the knee. Soften the back of the leg, and you're just going to do your knee stirs. So again, imagine the pencils on your knee, and you're just drawing the ceiling, the circle in the ceiling from here, and that just feels just as nice as well. And you might feel that you've got more range, more mobility there, just from the little bit of work that we've done on this side. Good. Sole the foot down. We're going to swap to the other side. So just bring in whatever version you're doing. Stretch leg away, kick out, lengthen and lift. Relax the shoulders to the mat, the arms to the mat. Kicking out through the heel. And then you take the breath. And you exhale and you keep kicking out through the heel and you relax round the hip. You need to get good at visualizing. And when you do start softening, you might feel the leg kind of moving away from you a little bit. That's fine. Take your little bend, it's just releasing, and then stretch. A little active move, bend, and then stretch through the heel. Last one. And then stretch, band into one hand, arm out to the side, and then your little circles on the ceiling. So again, don't be afraid to move the leg. Try and keep nice and relaxed in that upper body. Give that leg a nice stir. Move in that hip, that thigh bone in the hip socket here. It wants to be moved, it likes to be moved. It's lovely massage for it. And then releasing off there. Beautiful work. Good. Popping the band off to the side. We're done with that. You're going to come to lie on your side. Little open book stretch here. So stack the legs into your chair position. It's a little rotation. So good for the spine. Great for releasing the low back as well. So you're going to open out here like a little book. As you exhale, just release the head onto the floor. Keep the pelvis square, just release open. And then close it down. And then just rolling like a little book, opening wide. And if you so wish, you can roll the head. And then closing it down. Again, notice you might have more range on one side than the other. You might even be noticing a difference already with what you've just done. And then releasing. And then one more here. And then releasing off. Good, you're going to press yourself up from there with a nice big mermaid stretch. So grabbing just onto the front of your thighs, lift the arm and reach up and out. Again, think of the sit bones as your anchor points. They should be down towards the mat. Watch for the tailbone heading away from you, so posterior tilt of your pelvis. If anything, if you're like me with your low back, you would maybe slightly tuck just to protect your low back. Reach up and out. You can use the hands here, draw the shoulder away from the ear. And really centering. Beautiful work. Good. We'll take that on the other side. So you're just going to swing round. And bringing yourself into your open book stretch. So just relax down here. Really let this head go on the mat. Let it just hang into the hands. And then open and wide. So I have such a better range on this side. Connect to that breath. Try and enjoy it. So let this rib cage spin up towards the sky. Open through the shoulders as well. Keeping that pelvis forward. So you just got like kind of gentle connection of the inner thighs here. And then drawing all the way back in. Good. From there, press yourself up. Take your little mermaid stretch. So grabbing on front of your thighs. Feels so nice. Lengthen that arm up. Sink the sit bones down so you're not posterior in the pelvis. And then reaching up and out of the waist. So nice long waist and lovely side bend. Again, so healthy for the spine, for that big muscle at the low back, QL muscle. Likes to be moved side to side. And then lifting back up, pressing your hand down, finishing just with some shoulder shrugs. So again, crossing the legs here, lengthen and lift the heart, and then just moving the shoulders up, down, around the back. Because believe it or not, sometimes when you get tight shoulders, it affects your low back as well. Or all connected. It is all connected, I promise. Good. And then releasing off there. So both ways, forwards and backwards. And you are done. I hope you enjoyed this. Please look after your back if you do have any low back pain. I'll see you back on your mat here soon.